like that.
Double super jackpot.
People like it when you smack the mic.
It turns out a lot of people really do.
You know,
Yeah.
Mr.
Like,
Boom
I
Blaster,
don't know why.
we would love to come over this November to the Dutch Pinball Open, but unfortunately they have not sent us our plane tickets or our hotel reservations yet. But as soon as we get those, we'll be there.
Not to mention, I think I've burned just about as much time off from work as I can get away with this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, Burrs is having a little bit tough time dealing with being a pinball superstar. I'll have to talk to him off cam about what his obligations are going forward. You don't
so much pinball this
You don't
year.
work anymore, Burrs. You're a pinballer now. Call your job and tell them, sorry guys, I'm a Twitch streamer full time.
I'm afraid the pinball's not paying that well yet.
Yeah, no mortgages get paid with pinball.
There's an old adage that says there is no money in pinball, and that is absolutely true.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Manny Buffalo Pinball.
Silky Johnston, it just depends on the game, honestly. F14 is challenging because everything just moves so fast. You're just constantly reacting and everything's flying at you. Ghostbusters has that big Trudeau gap and a lot of stuff just ends up feeding into it that you're just draining left and right on Ghostbusters until you start to really get the hang of it.
Extra ball.
Every time the ball comes out of the pop bumpers on Ghostbusters, there's a good chance it's going between your flippers. Just different things like that. Some games, like Hip Pause is saying, some games punish you on missed shots. Some of them punish you for making the wrong shots. It's just all where it winds up going and how well it's playing. A part of it's going to be how you play. Some games are going to be harder for you than others because you play a different way.
Super jackpot.
I've got Star Trek off right now to cool off. So when we get ready to move it in, it'll not be all heated up and tired flippers or anything like that.
Yeah, dude, I mean, the flippers were tired this morning. I was messing with it.
Star Trek?
Not, you know, I'm sure they're fine. It just feels like they've been played a lot.
Oh, yeah. There was a Storytime donation?
Yeah, I read excerpts out of this terrible, terrible pinball book. I find this dude he's something special, man. He's got some real warped views about stuff. Yeah, no, I got some cherry stuff coming up later. I gave him a taste, give him a little more later.
Okay, there's a...
Yeah, WCS. He'll tell you tips on how to buy one and what to look for.
Order of any of his tips include talk to your boss and see if he has one he wants rid of.
Yeah, his tips are look for wear around the places where there would be wear from ball smacking. It's pretty stupid.
Things to look at before buying.
Ladies and gentlemen, now you have to preface this because this is get your donations ready. Burrs is going to do a little more reading from the book here.
Ladies and gentlemen, World Cup soccer buying guides, or buying recommendations. What to look at before buying.
Oh, 10 more seconds.
Step 1, make sure there is a big soccer ball on the playfield.
I told you this guy is good, man.
Oh, baby.
This is classic stuff. Kevin, make sure your World Cup soccer has a big soccer ball on the playfield.
Oh, that should not be missing?
Yeah. Do not buy the game if there is a large metal spinning disc in the place where a ball should be.
Or a hole? Is there a hole if the disc isn't there? Like, what's there?
No, it's like there's a metal plate that the ball fits onto.
Just a spinning plate?
Like, if you take that off, it's probably just this, it's probably untreated playfield, or unpainted playfield with a peg coming out that spins it. I have no idea what's under it because I've never gotten mine off.
Well, we learned we don't buy a table if it's like that, right, Perez? We're not supposed to buy that one?
Yeah, do not.
Noted.
Also, the paint tends to wear towards the bottom, but touch-up is easy since it's black. It's like it's half white as well, but I don't know.
I was telling Kevin, almost everything in here is fallacy. Okay, everything this guy writes is fallacy.
Well, I mean, it might have been different back in the 90s, or whenever he wrote this.
Don't give him any credit. Read the rest of these. You're going to find out that he was just making this crap up on the fly, man.
Oh, copyright 2005. Here's a picture of the top playfield. Notice the big soccer ball.
Oh, there it is.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You need to have that. The soccer ball needs to be present.
There's
That's crazy.
the big soccer ball.
It's retweeted the College World Cup soccer, and it has a soccer ball on it.
Story time includes
it
pictures.
doesn't make any sense.
Chris is updating with the pictures.
What
is this? You'll find out if you watch long enough. We'll tell you the name. I already told you Kevin Strazzer's the one who wrote it. Kevin Strazzer.
Please show Kevin again.
Yeah, he's on the back.
Oh, Kevin's on the back?
Yeah, the back. There he is.
There he is, handsome fella.
The man, the myth, the legend.
The guy who likes to use fallacy and logic.
Step 2 for the World Cup Soccer Buyer's Guide.
Make sure it has the wire work.
Does your pinball machine have pinballs in it? It should have pinballs in it.
Plastics near the scoop tend to break. Honestly, if I was buying a pinball machine, pinballs is the last thing I'm worried about.
Well, if it's not working, maybe that's something you would want to check to see if there are pinballs in it.
But yeah, it's like,
because
honestly, anytime somebody out there, if you're buying a pinball machine used, you probably want to replace the balls anyway. Because a lot of people, the batteries in the back and the pinballs inside it, a lot of people don't realize they should change it. So number 2, plastics near the scoop tend to break. That is actually true, except World Cup Soccer actually comes with a lot of protectors on it, so it's not that bad.
Don't you feel like that's kind of like saying water is wet?
Yeah, I mean.
Plastics near a point where ball impact happens.
He's just putting facts out there. He's like, nobody can dispute this.
Look for wear around the light free kick hole, of which there are 2.
Make sure the table has both light free kick holes. Or
yes, check for both of those. There should be one on the left and one on the right. Make sure all of the appropriate playfield holes are there.
So yeah, make sure no one filled one of them in because it was too tough for them to hit. They filled it in with money or something.
Check for playfield wear near the scoop hole. That is legit. Like, that's a big freaking deal in World Cup Soccer.
Isn't it kind of the big deal for everything though? Like I played an old AFM with a scoop hole. Like, isn't that what Cliffies are for, kind of, or whatever? Lamps or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's talking about something that they invented a product to fix because it's so common in pinball machines.
Check the wire forms for gold plate wearing. Make sure it has plenty of that.
The plating on the wire ramps are very important to me. It has to be.
So I will say, there are a lot of guys out there. If you go to any pinball con anymore, there are going to be like 4 guys that do pinball plating, so the plating's less of a hassle now. Just get it replated if that's a problem.
Isn't it easy to nickel plate something or whatever? Don't they just dip it these days
I have no idea what the process is. All I know is there's plenty of guys that'll happily do it for you.
I've seen them where they do this weird thing. They'll like dip it in a solution and it just they electrify it or whatever, and boom, it's done. It doesn't seem like it's that hard.
There's a lot of cleaning to it and make sure everything's prepped for it and everything else. That the really good guys do such an amazing job that it is worth just looking at having it done on some of the stuff.
I follow this guy on Facebook that he's been chroming things. He's been doing a lot, like the Indiana Jones thing he did recently, the Golden Skull spinning multi-skull thing. But he's been. It's not Ron Woodard or something. There's a couple of different guys out there who.
I know Woody does some of the stuff, and
maybe it is him.
I forget what the other guy is.
There's
a couple of guys.
Really cool.
There's like pinball plating and more, and there's. I saw 3 different places at TPF that were advertising played in, and all had some of their work there, and powder coating, and all of it looked fantastic.
Yeah,
Those guys know
amazing,
what they're doing.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm really excited about how people have started to get into customizing their machines and powder coating various parts of it.
So I'm kicking around on Bright if I want to do the black nickel plated ramps.
Do it.
Like, it's either going to be like the shiny silver chrome, or it's going to be like black nickel plating.
I remember you talking about the shiny silver, but I think the black would be cooler. I really do.
Yeah.
And it would be so unique.
The assist hole can be prone to wear. They certainly can. I can assure you of that. It's
really?
true.
In a pinball machine where metal hits wood all the time, that happens?
All right, so mechanical and technical things you should be checking on your World Cup soccer.
Get ready.
Number one, make sure the goalie moves left and right. If you don't want him just moving left, or he's eventually going to run out of space, and then he's going to stop.
He has to move left and right. That's the whole point. He's a mobile goalie.
You might also play a game and check. Make sure that that goalie is a wall.
Oh, he needs to be a wall.
I got one mode to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry to cut FC Burrs of Flaming Sonky podcast off, but Kevin Manny is one mode away from Noob-ageddon.
Noob-ageddon. So it turns out it's one, it's a lot more fun to actually play the game, and two, you can collect extra balls, which makes it easier. So I'm still on ball one.
Hold on a second. Did you just say it's a lot more fun to play a game not playing the game?
Right.
Is that what you were just
that's a pro tip.
Okay. Just checking. Pro tip, don't play.
Number two of the items to check on your World Cup soccer, make sure the soccer ball spins. This is, of course, after you make sure the soccer ball is present. Then you make sure it spins.
You bet, Creeperhead. We're having a great time, and you let your dad know that we love his X-Men. It's playing fantastic. We've got some people who have been putting some pretty high scores on there. Nothing like your dad can do, but still real good.
All right, there we go. That's the final mode.
Oh yeah. I don't think I got you a warning or anything. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see. Make sure that the ball lock magnet works.
Now what? Armageddon's ready. Shoot the phone. All right.
He doesn't mention to make sure the magnet save works. That might be useful too.
Yeah.
Also make sure the magnet doesn't get stuck on and set your game on fire. That's something to be sure of.
All right, you guys ready?
Oh.
Armageddon's ready. I just got to shoot the phone.
Noob-ageddon. Here he's gonna.
Boom.
All right.
What's the time?
15 minutes.
Like right on the dot, actually. It's pretty close.
Shoot lit arrows. 15 minutes. 15. Yeah. Yeah.
Because, well, we were talking about it. If you do the modes, you can add set. You can add. You were adding time during the modes.
Yeah.
You were adding mode time as you were playing them. That's why if you don't play them, you don't add. Yeah, no, that's the only real reason.
Well, but you can also complete them and cut time off.
Truth, but
Big Bang.
come on, man. Who are we talking about here? The bulk of us. Maybe not Joe, but the rest of us. Complete the modes? Come on.
I can complete some.
Yeah, okay, some, but that's just it. I'll get to the one or two that I can do, and then we'll get to the ones that I can't. Well,
Those are timeout.
Those are the ones I time out. Thank you. Pro tips from FC Burrs Flaming Sonky podcast.
Hey, if you can do it, do it. If you can't, don't. That's how. It's true, Wasp. You want to make sure the balls that are in it fit into the various shots. Good Lord, the world is spinning.
Boom. There we go.
But don't worry, it's all okay again now. Oh, you completed it?
Yeah, it must be a time thing.
Oh, all right.
Nice. only played it half like a noob. I actually played the first half of that game. That last game, I played half of it. The end of it, I noobed it.
And then be like, hey guys, are you ready to stop the timer? I'm almost there. I have one shot. And then you backhanded. It's like the impossible shot.
I backhanded all day.
And you got a world record.
Big Bang is lit.
Never get the backhand.
Thanks for those bits. You double flipping, Kevin? What's going on?
Am I done? Is that what you're asking?
Double flipping. Somebody just said you were double flipping.
No?
What are you doing, man? Kevin Manning, what's pinball?
I'm getting the big bang. Is that good?
No. Oh, somebody can get back to me finally.
I think you should do dialed in.
that should be my thing.
But if you go through Armageddon, it starts over.
Okay.
Start over.
Market drain. 2 million. I already ate it.
No. No thanks. I'm gonna go get like eggs or something. I need proteins. Thanks for sharing though.